In a second, I am going to be in this room undertaking an interview with a real hiring manager. They are going to ask me 16 of the most difficult questions. Listen to the answers I give because they will help you get hired at your own interview. And just very quickly, please tell me the name of the job role you are applying for in the comment section below the video so I can give you some extra tips. Okay, here I am in this job interview, about to give some brilliant answers. Take notes.
Richard, welcome to your interview. Tell me about yourself.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I would describe myself as a disciplined, responsive and collaborative employee with the skills and qualities to meet the role's demands. My experience in task completion, delivering excellent customer service and collaborating on important company projects means I can have an immediate impact in this position. I have a track record of achievement. In my last position, I was praised by my manager for my strong work ethic and for how I volunteered to help train new team members. If you hire me, I will be a good company role model and take responsibility for my professional development to ensure I always give you a great return on my salary.
Great, thank you for that answer. Now tell me, why do you want this job?
I want this job for two reasons. Number one, I am very passionate about this role and industry. We spend approximately 25% of our lives at work, and I want that time to be spent doing a job that I love. The second reason I want this job is because it is with your company. My research tells me you have a great reputation in the industry and the senior management team support their employees so they can reach their full potential.
Okay, great, thank you. Now tell me, how did you hear about this position?
I heard about this position because I have been following your company for several months now. I have just been waiting for the right position to be advertised, and as soon as this job became available, I was ready to submit my resume and apply.
Richard, what are your greatest strengths?
My greatest strengths include problem solving, resilience, and being a good collaborator. I always take ownership of problems whenever they occur. I am calm and focused under pressure, and I always put the needs of my team first whenever we are completing important company tasks or projects.
Okay, now tell me, what is your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness is that I find it difficult to say no to people, which means I sometimes overcommit. I have this weakness because I am a people pleaser and I don't want to let anyone down. However, I have been learning to assess my capacity for additional work before saying yes to ensure high quality work standards are always maintained.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Commercially aware, results driven and industrious. I am commercially aware, which means I understand that you are running a business and you are paying me a salary, and I have a duty to give you a great return. I am results driven. I always set myself SMART goals to achieve. Goals that are specific, measurable, actionable, relevant and timely. And finally, I am industrious. I always find creative solutions to difficult problems that allow my team to progress.
Tell me about a time you faced a challenge at work.
In my previous role, I was working on an important team project when partway through, 2 team members went off sick. This had the potential to delay the completion of the project, but I wasn't prepared to let that happen. I called a team meeting and reallocated tasks based on the remaining team members' strengths. For the technical related tasks that we weren't qualified to complete, I hired an online contractor through the website upwork.com. By being resourceful and adaptable, we were able to get the project completed on time for the company.
Tell me about a time you worked in a team.
In my previous role, I worked on a team whose responsibility it was to launch a new company product. We held a team meeting to brainstorm ideas. I suggested we promote the product on social media using targeted adverts and also offering our loyal customers a discount code. Others in the team recommended we use influencers to promote the product and also an affiliate scheme whereby those people who sold the product for us received a commission. After our manager approved our marketing ideas, we set to work launching the product and we achieved the best ever sales in the company's history for a new product launch.
How do you handle stress and pressure at work?
I handle stress and pressure by remaining calm, focusing on my tasks and duties, and also blocking out distractions. I also make sure I prioritize each task against my team's objectives. By remaining calm and totally focused on my goals, any stress and pressure I am exposed to is quickly eliminated.
Tell me about a time you delivered excellent customer service.
In my previous role, an elderly customer called the company to inquire about a product they wanted to order through our website. They had never placed an order online before and they were clearly very anxious. I demonstrated empathy, understanding for their situation, and walked them through the online ordering process, asking them questions along the way to make sure they fully understood. Although the call took longer than normal to complete, the customer successfully completed the order and they thanked me for my patience and understanding.
Okay, great, thank you. Now tell me, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time, I still want to be working for your company, either in this position with extra responsibility or hopefully have earned a promotion. During the next 5 years, I would like to complete training courses to develop and diversify my skills and also be someone the company can use to help train new team members whenever they join the company.
How would you deal with a conflict with a co-worker?
I would deal with a conflict with a co-worker professionally, maturely and promptly, because I understand that conflict has the potential to hinder a team's progress. First, I would assess my words and actions to make sure I was not causing or contributing to the conflict. I would then meet privately with my co-worker to ascertain their views as to why the conflict had occurred before holding open and honest conversations with them to find an amicable solution that empowered us to achieve our team's objectives.
Why do you want to leave your current job?
I want to leave my current job simply because I have reached my full potential. My employer has been great to work for and we have achieved many brilliant things during my time there. However, I am now ready for the next chapter of my career, which I am hoping will be in this role for your company.
Richard, why should we hire you?
You should hire me for 3 reasons. First, I am ready-made for this role regarding my qualifications, experience and knowledge. This means I can come into the position, have an instant impact and will require minimal supervision. The second reason you should hire me is because I always strive to bring creative ideas to the team. For example, in my last role, I suggested we implement a feedback form on our website that empowered us to gather important feedback from customers that allowed us to improve service standards and increase sales. And finally, you should hire me because I am a selfless collaborator. I always fit quickly into any team and focus on what I can do to support my team and co-workers to achieve our combined objectives.
Richard, what are your salary expectations?
I researched the salary range for this role and industry before applying. The range is between $45,000 and $55,000. Based on my knowledge, experience, and what I can bring to your company, I would like a salary of around $54,000 and the opportunity to have it reviewed annually based on my contribution to the company.
That's the end of your interview. Do you have any questions?
Thank you very much. I have just 3 questions I would like to ask, please. My first question is, what advice would you give to the successful candidate who wants to excel in their work for your company? My second question is, what's the best thing about working here? And finally, question number 3, is there any additional information I can read to learn more about your company while I wait to hear the result of my interview? I am sure you will agree those were brilliant answers to the 16 most common interview questions. If you would like me to write tailored answers for you based on your CV or resume, your experience, qualifications, and the job role and company you are applying for, then click that link in the top right hand corner of the video, go through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can get me to write tailored and bespoke top scoring answers. This service comes with a full money back guarantee, which means if you don't get hired, you can have your money back. My name's Richard McMunn. I have been a hiring manager and recruitment expert for more than 30 years, and I am here to help you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to creating tailored answers for you that will get you hired. Have a great day.